Dear students, today we are going to discuss fourth chapter of our geography book, that is agriculture. Now there are some basic concepts of the term agriculture. First of all, we can classify our farming into three main parts. Number one, primitive subsistence farming. Number two, intensive subsistence farming. And number three, commercial farming. So let's discuss our first part, that is primitive subsistence farming. But before that, I would like to explain that what is the meaning of primitive and what is the meaning of subsistence. Primitive, the term is connected with a very early stage in the development of human beings, or we can say primitive means old method. And subsistence agriculture occur when farmers grow food crops to meet their needs of themselves and their families. It means for their self consumption only. Okay. Primitive subsistence farming. It practiced on a small patches of land with the help of primitive tools like hoe, dough, digging sticks and family community. It is a slash and burn agriculture. This type of farming is still practiced in few places of India. This type of farming depends upon monsoon, natural fertility of the soil and the suitability of other environmental conditions to the crop grown. In the northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland, this is called zooming, and in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh and in Andaman and Nicobar, this is known as Deepa. Second point is intensive subsistence farming. It is practiced in an area of high population pressure on the land. It is a labor intensive farming where high doses of biochemicals inputs and irrigation are used to obtain higher production. Though the right of inheritance leading to the division of the land among successive generations had rendered land holding size, the farmers continue to exploit the limited land to get maximum output in the absence of alternative source of livelihood. That's why they need very high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation facilities. Now, as we have already discussed that substance means for their self consumption and commercial farming is for sale in the market. The main motive of commercial farming is to gain profit. Commercial farming, the main characteristic of the farming is are used of higher doses of modern inputs, that is HYV seeds, it means high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides in order to obtain higher productivity. Now, cropping seasons can be classified into three main parts in India. Number one, Kharif, number two, Rabi, and number three, Zaid. Students, basically there are only two types of cropping season in India, Kharif and Rabi. But actually there between these two crops there is a short term and farmers use this time for the cultivation of Zaid crops. Kharif crops. It starts with the onset of the monsoon and continue till the beginning of winter. It means farmers sown their crop in the early June and July and harvested them in September and October. The Kharif crops include rice, maize, millets, cotton, jute, groundnuts, moong, urad, etc. Because these type of crops depend on the rainfall, that's why these are also known as monsoon type of crops. Second crop is Rabi. Rabi crops, it starts with the beginning of winter and continue till the beginning of summer. It means in the early October and December farmers sow their crop and they harvest them in April and June. Dear students, I hope you all remember that in India we celebrate Baisakhi festival in the month of April. Why? Why the farmers of Punjab are celebrating Baisakhi? Because this is the time of harvesting Rabi crop and the farmers know it very well. Now they will gain their crop and they will gain profit in the market. That's why they are dancing and singing. The Rabi crops include wheat, barley, grams and oil seeds. Third crop is Jayad. This is a short crop season between Rabi and Kharif season. Crops like watermelon, cucumber, some vegetables and fodder crops are main crops. Now, our second point here is major crops of India. Now we will discuss the main crops of India in detail. First crop is rice. Rice is the staple food crop of majority of people in India. It is a kharif crop as we have already discussed, with required higher temperature and high humidity with annual rainfall above 100 centimeters. Rice is grown in the plains of north and northeastern India, coastal areas and the delta region of the canal irrigation of tube well have made it possible to grow rice in the areas of less rainfall such as Punjab, Haryana and western UP and some part of the Rajasthan also. Rajasthan earlier which was a desert state, now due to Indira Gandhi canal we can cultivate and we can use this land as a cultivation land. Second is wheat. It is the main food crop in the north and northwestern part of the country. This Rabi crop required a cool growing season and bright sunshine at the time of reaping. It required 50 to 70 centimeters of annual rainfall. That's why this wheat is also known as winter crop. There are two important wheat growing zones in the country. Number one, the Ganga Satluj plain in the northwest. It means between Satluj river in the Punjab and the Ganga river. This plain is very useful for the wheat cultivation. And second is black soil region of the Deccan. The major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, Rajasthan and parts of Madhya Pradesh. After the Green Revolution, Punjab, Haryana and UP are our leading wheat producers. Third is millet. Jowar, bajra and ragi are the important millets grown in India. It is a main feed crops mostly grown in the moist areas with hardly need irrigation. Ragi, locally known as mandua, is a crop of dry region and grow well on red, black, sandy, loamy and pseudo black soil. Karnataka is the largest producer of ragi, followed by Tamil Nadu and Uttarakhand also. Next crop is maize. It is a crop which is used both as the food and fodder. It means human beings as well as animals. This crop is useful for human beings and for animals also. It is a kharif crop which requires temperature between 21 centimeter to 21 centigrade to 27 centigrade and grown well in old alluvial soil. Major maize producing states are Karnataka, UP, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Next and very important, pulses. India is the largest producer as well as consumer of the pulses in the world. These are the major source of protein in vegetarian diet. Major pulses that are grown in India are tur, urad, moong, masoor, peas and jam. Pulses need less moisture and survive in a dry condition. Major pulses producing states in India are Madhya Pradesh, UP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Karnataka. One more important thing about pulses, that with the help of pulses we can restore soil fertility by fixing nitrogen from the air. Now, food crops other than grains. Number one, sugarcane. India is a native place of sugarcane. Production states are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana. And India is the second largest producer of sugarcane after Brazil. One more important thing about sugarcane, that sugarcane takes nearly a year to grow. Number two, oil seeds. Principal oil seeds includes groundnut, rapeseeds and mustard seeds. Others are sesame, linseed, castor seeds, sunflower seed, cotton seeds and copra. It means coconut. Next point is beverage crops. It means drinkable. Number one, tea. India is the leading producer of tea after China, and China is also known as native place of tea. Warm and moist climates is ideal for its cultivation. Tea plantations are found chiefly in Assam, Sikkim, Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri district of West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Other producing states are Himachal, Uttarakhand, Meghalaya, Madhya Pradesh and Tripura. Coffee. India produces about 3.2% of the world's coffee production. Coffee cultivation is mainly confined to southern states like Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The Arabica variety, which was initially brought from the Yemen, is pursued in the country. Initially, its cultivation was introduced on the Baba Buddin Hills, very important, Baba Buddin Hills, and even today its cultivation is confirmed to the Nilgiri in the Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Nilgiri Hills are on the border of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Okay, now we will discuss our second point, non-fruit crops, in our next video. I hope this video will be helpful to you. Okay, thank you.